My name is Bob Walker. I'm wearing a couple different hats tonight. I'm Director of Sustainable Energy Resource Group. There's a flyer there that tells a little bit about us, and I'll tell a little more in a minute. And I'm also Chair of the Thetford Energy Committee. SURGE was formed in 2002 with the purpose of promoting conservation, efficiency, and renewables. And one of the first projects that we actually started was forming town energy committees. We formed the first energy committees in the state. They were very successful. And then we worked with VNRC and our other VCAN project partners to expand that model throughout the state. And as Joey mentioned, now there are over 100 energy committees in the state doing great work. And I'm glad so many of them are here tonight sharing their stories with you. We've been working for a while, for a few years, with High Meadows Fund and Efficiency Vermont, trying to look at what are the problems to home weatherization, what are the barriers, and what are some ideas of how to try to overcome these. And one of the things we've been looking at is community-based social marketing, kind of going door to door, educating homeowners, getting local people to tell the stories. So a few years ago, Thetford was lucky to get a stimulus grant that allowed us some money to help do some added work in Thetford. And we had two major projects in 2011. And if you want to look at the sheet of blue printing on it, that was called our FWIP program, where we got money from the federal government to use to create incentives, matching those from Efficiency Vermont to promote home weatherization in our town. We got $24,000. Sorry, a little too close. Booming over there. So we got $24,000. With that money, we created, provided incentives, again, matching Efficiency Vermont for the homeowners doing weatherization measures. We got 18 homes were weatherized through those incentives. Average savings, projected savings, were over 26%. And the average annual cost savings for all those people was over $15,000. So if you were to take the $24,000 stimulus money that we put out in incentives, plus the Efficiency Vermont incentives, that total incentives came to $50,000 about to promote this work, get it done. People were climbing all over the place wanting this to happen. And then if you were to look at that $15,000 of energy savings, it takes just over 3 years to pay those savings back. And that's money that's staying in the state and circulating in the state instead of going out of the country along the way where it's not doing us any good anymore. In addition to that, if you look right under the financial results, the other thing, this is a jobs creation bill. We created $160,000 worth of local work in just these 18 jobs. So again, we need to put the money in order to get the money back and keep it in the state. Save money, make people feel more comfortable in their homes. Let me see, there are a couple other things I wanted to get to. I guess the other things I wanted to say, I guess, were, as others have said, the $8 million from the gross receipts tax would go a long way, but we need more. And, carbon tax, excise tax, however you want to call it, whatever you want to do, the governor's idea, however you get it, you need to come up with some money to expand these programs. Oh, I know, I'm sorry. The other thing I wanted to say is, in addition to that part, the quick part, we recruited and trained 50 volunteers to go to 650 doors, knock on doors, give them education, do a kind of a crude home energy calculation, educate people about these programs, and we were able to generate another 14 jobs beyond these 18. So, we didn't necessarily need the 18 to do the stimulus money to do all that work, but through all that effort and my paid staff time, we got 14 jobs with the $24,000, we got 18 jobs, and we would have gotten a lot more if we had the money. So all that is to say, we need money to expand these programs. If the money is limited, you can look at thermal performance criteria for those qualifying for the incentives. You can also look at income sensitivity and grade the incentives to those who need it most. And finally, I wanted to talk just briefly about renewables. Representative Cheney and I were very fortunate to be picked 2 among 9 people from the United States to go visit Germany this last fall and visit their renewable energy programs. And one of the things that struck me there was how everybody in the country is supportive of the development of renewables. And a lot of that is because the renewables, a lot of programs there are developed at the community level. So the programs are supporting the individuals in the community, the municipalities. They're having a say in how they're directed, and the money is coming back to the community. I think it's important that you look at trying to expand the standard offer, possibly, for community-based renewable energy projects. So it's something I think we should think about for the future. Thank you very much.